me on three. 1, 2, 3. Family!
Welcome to Trailblazer Tip-Off.
Welcome inside Burns Arena here on the campus of Utah Tech University. It is time for Trailblazer Tip-Off. Utah Tech getting ready to take on the Seattle Redhawks. Hi there, everybody. Rod Zundel along with Mike Olson. Glad to have you aboard tonight. We are just over 13 minutes away from tip-off. Utah Tech and Seattle. Mike, the Trailblazers hard-fought loss Thursday against the number one team in the conference, Grand Canyon, in Phoenix. It was tough.
Yeah, they gave that team everything they could handle. And I love how well this Trailblazer team plays, that GCU team. That's a great sign. That's the best team in the conference. And both times they played, this Utah Tech team has given them a dogfight.
So the Trailblazers come into this one tonight 6-8 in the WAC standings. That's holding down the 8th spot. And Seattle comes in at 8-6, 2 games in front of Utah Tech. They're in the 3rd spot in the WAC, so a chance for Utah Tech maybe to get a little closer, get some breathing room as the top 8 make it to the WAC tournament, which we're about a little over 3 weeks away now.
Yeah, time is ticking, and every game is important. I mean, this game, you mentioned how important this game is. Home games are even more important. You've got to defend home court and get things done here in Burns Arena if you're Utah Tech.
Thursday night, Tanner Christensen had one of his better games in the middle that he's had for a while.
Yeah, he's been phenomenal. He's a double-double machine. You see, he gets it down the rebounds. He 18 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. He was a force inside. When they move the ball, you can see this ball movement. Great inside. He gets that pin down. When he finishes that way, this Trailblazer team is very tough to beat.
Yeah, tonight Seattle has a great guard line, so Noah Gonzalez is going to have to shoot the lights out. He was 3 of 5 from behind the arc on Thursday. Needs to be even a little bit better than that tonight.
Yeah, he's a guy that's that pure shooter. They need him to relieve some of that pressure down on Noah Gonzalez. And again, that ball movement, they find Noah, even if it's in transition or not, he's lights out.
And Yuyu Ture getting his 3rd start Thursday. Played well, 14 points, 3 threes. Most important stat, only 1 turnover, Mike.
Yeah, what a second half for Yuyu Ture. Season high 14 points, 9 of those came the second half when that team needed a spark. Great game by Yuyu Ture.
With the guard line like it is for Seattle and as good as they are, he's going to have protect the ball again like he did on Thursday night. Now, Beon Riley, Jalen Searles, a game that they'd like to forget Thursday, a combined 1 for 13 3-points and 5 turnovers. And Beon's not going to get a chance to redeem himself tonight. He's out again.
Yeah, it's a tough loss for Utah Tech. He was just getting into that playing shape that he was earlier in the season.
He missed 6 games, came back for a couple, played well, averaged double digits, but then late in that game Thursday night, he went off limping.
Yeah, that's a tough loss for this Trailblazer lineup, but that just opens the door for guys like Hamad Oleinka, who's probably going to get a little more minutes, and then Tennessee Rainwater, who's you've seen his numbers go down because of that addition to Beon Riley. So you got guys like Tennessee that may have another great night tonight.
Well, and Jello Kambala, UU, they're going to have to play well tonight and probably a lot more minutes because the guard line for Seattle, they are good, and really they're led by a guy that's only played 15 games.
Yeah, when you look at John Christopoulos, this guy can shoot. He lit Southern Utah up. He had 5 threes, 25 points, those catch and shoot. He's deadly. The last time these guys played, Utah Tech and Seattle, he bested that with 6 threes and 32 points.
Yeah.
So he's a guy that can light it up outside. You do not want John Christopoulos to get off to a good start.
Christopoulos broke his hand on the first game of the season, then missed 9 games. His first game back after injury against this Trailblazer basketball team in Seattle when he went off for 32 points. So he's averaging 13.5 points, Mike, in the 15 games since back from an injury. And that's not even talking about the leading scorer on the team, Cam Tyson. He's the 2nd leading scorer in the WAC, and he leads the WAC in 3-pointers made per game at 3. That coupled with Christopoulos, you can see why Utah Tech going to have their hands full at the guard line tonight.
Yeah, that backcourt is deadly. You've also got the WAC's leading assist man in that backcourt.
Schumacher, yeah.
Schumacher. So, I mean, you've got a playmaker and you've got some big-time players on that perimeter. So that perimeter game, I really think, Rod, that game, we talk about winning the war of the boards and defending the paint and how important it is inside. The three-point line is going to dictate the winner of tonight's game.
Seattle's won 5 of their last 7, including Thursday night in Cedar City. Utah Tech's won 3 of their last 5, but coming off a loss at Grand Canyon. All right, we're going to take a break. When Trailblazer tip-off comes back, we'll get the final word from head coach John Judkins.
He's on the 30-yard line, the 20, the 10.
You wouldn't want an incomplete football game. So why use a website with incomplete listings of Southern Utah properties? SouthernUtahRealEstate.com is the most complete, most accurate, and most comprehensive property search in Washington County. Because we're not focused on everything, just on the part that we like the best. Find your Southern Utah home at SouthernUtahRealEstate.com.
Finley Hyundai, committed to high-quality service and sales for local drivers. Stress-free car buying guaranteed.
Got a project at work or around the house? Well, think Bucks Ace Hardware. Think Bucks for all the top brands like DeWalt, Milwaukee, and Stihl. Plus, Bucks has the best sporting goods department. You've got to see their gun department. It's stocked with a great selection of guns and ammo and accessories. 2 locations at the Dino Crossing in St. George or State Street in Hurricane.
We love giving back to our community, and over the years, we have provided vehicles for families in need, supported local charities, and helped train our first responders. Dealer Collision, your place for collision repair.
Local media has the biggest impact on your daily life. It's what's around you, what matters. And at Canyon Media, our goal is to deliver the very best in local entertainment, news, and media. From our award-winning radio stations like 99.9 Coney Country to Southern Utah's #1 source for local news, St. George News, Canyon Media, here for you.
It's any card for the win right now at Mountain America Credit Union, which means it's time to score some cash. Simply tap, swipe, or click checkout with any Mountain America debit or credit card to be entered into a weekly giveaway for up to $500, now until September 30th. Visit macu.com/anycard to learn how to earn extra entries or to open a new account today.
If you're out driving and something happens to your car, truck, or even wheelchair, and you end up stuck at a rail crossing, it's going to be okay. Don't panic. Here's what you do. Get out if you can and look for this blue sign on the metal pole. Call the number on the blue sign, and when they answer, tell them the crossing number. The number is right here. This tells them the exact location of the crossing. This is the fastest way to get trains stopped before coming through the crossing. Look for the blue. It helps you.
Back here in Burns Arena, Trailblazer tip-off continues. Just over 6 minutes from tip-off, Utah Tech and the Seattle Redhawks. Rod Zundel along with Mike Olson. Now, Mike, Thursday night against the top team in the conference, Grand Canyon in Phoenix. Other than about a 3 or 4 minute stretch midway through the second half when Grand Canyon went on a 12-3 run, Coach John Judkins was pretty happy. They got what they wanted and did what they wanted to do.
Yeah, in a tough environment against a great team, if you can step in and play the game the way you want it to be played and dictate the tempo, that's a great sign.
And here is head coach John Judkins talking about Thursday night in Phoenix and looking ahead to tonight against the Redhawks.
Left corner Noah for 3. How about Noah G? Another 3. Back-to-back long balls for Noah.
Sometimes not smart, but what a gutsy effort against a top team.
Well, they're good. They're a really good team, and to beat them, you got to play your best game ever. And we did some really good things. We just didn't shoot the ball well, both from the outside as well as from the foul line. So, you know, you got to have those things to beat a #1 team in your conference, especially on the road.
Puts it back up again, and in this time, Tanner Christensen doing the dirty work underneath.
Had a good performance from Tanner, the big guy in the middle. He played tough.
He did. He passed the ball well. He scored well. You know, he did some pretty good job on the glass.
Puts up the shot and one. Tanner Christensen, a beast so far here in the first half.
I thought he had a pretty good game. I thought UU gave us some good minutes.
Reverse layup with the English and count it. Oh, UU Ture showing the burst of speed.
Not having Eric, he played a lot of minutes, and I thought he did pretty good as well.
Shaw, ball stolen away by Noah. Noah on the fast break. The reverse layup, good.
So now you turn your attention to Seattle. They're right up above you in the standings, so we've said it before, another big game.
Yeah, they're big. They're good. They can shoot it. They got a lot of, their guy, last time we played him was first game back, and he had 30-something on us, and so we got to be ready to guard. They're really guard-oriented. We got to stop them from shooting threes. They made 11 threes last night in their win, so we got to be ready. Kind of a whole different team than what we just played yesterday. But they're the only team that's beaten Grand Canyon this so far in the WAC, and so we know we got our hands full. But last time we played them here, we played really well. So hopefully we can do that again.
What is it that you want to see out of your team that maybe you haven't seen enough of?
Consistency, probably, if I'd say. We are playing hard. We are competing. It's just some days we're really on, and we're shooting the ball really well, and then there's other days we don't. Or one day we really defend really good, and the next day we don't. So I would say more consistency.
Mike, the first meeting in Seattle, January 4th, Utah Tech lost by 17. They couldn't hit a free throw, and they turned the ball over. The last time Seattle was in this building last year, Trailblazers beat them by 37. Final word, what do you expect tonight?
Well, I think all that stuff is great on paper. Coming into it, those are all some things that really lead up to this. But when that ball goes up, Rod, it's all about toughness tonight for Utah Tech. Mental toughness and physical toughness. They have to be the more aggressive physical team. When they're playing physical and they're moving the ball, they're playing at their best. They've got to set the tone early.
And once again, the Trailblazers will be going without Beon Riley. He is going to miss tonight. But we're about ready for tip-off. Utah Tech and Seattle over on the Fan Sports Radio Network. Should be a good one.